I so much. I prefer to put more of sugar in the food. I family discuss हो रहा है यार आप मान के माजी क्या हमारे
Hello, I'm Rajiv, and I'm doing this impromptu live thing. And I'm in Chandni Chowk again. Um, I figure that instead of doing notes on the field as an audio, I should do a Substack live impromptu. So I am in what is known as the Camera Gully or the Camera Market in Chandni Chowk in Delhi. And it's a crowded market. So I'm going to stop right now. And I'd invite you to keep walking as I walk through this crowd. Um, and what you see are camera stores on either side of me. People buying stuff.
ये ड्रोन
And inside here, you'll see this store called Rajesh. This is a store I intend to review later because I have found the um, twin lens Yashica camera that I've been looking for a long time. It costs about 7,000 rupees, which at today's exchange rate should be 84 US dollars. And oh boy. So now, when you're in Chandni Chowk, you have the main road, and then you have all these absolutely narrow gullies in the middle. And the gullies have their own ecosystem. So here, if I walk, there's some more shops, more shops, more shops, more shops, all selling camera and video related equipment. So I have almost reached the end. Actually, I have reached the end. And as you can see, this is the kind of, well, I don't know, the kind of a warehousing section. And have a look at this gate, this door. Okay, if we go inside, this building should be at least 300 to 400 years old, if not more than 500 years old. So I want you to have a look very closely at the carving on the side. All right. And have a look at the arches. So I've been to a friend's house in Jama Masjid, and these walls are thick, really thick. So when you're inside, you actually don't feel cold in the winter, neither do you feel hot in the summer. Uh, of course, everything is rotting. Um, the government should actually do up this place instead of making those new monstrosities. Look at the building up there; it's an absolute monstrosity. It's completely disgusting. But this sort of entrance, this has character. Okay. So when you're on the streets doing street photography in Delhi and in Gurgaon, not only do you contend with the noise, you also contend with the crowds. These are not 100, 200 years old. These are relatively new. And yeah, so you will find the occasional white person here as well. That's racist, I know. So when you're in a market like this, you need to I figure out who are the genuine guys and who are the non-genuine guys. There are a lot of guys here who sell stuff that's not genuine, and there are a couple of guys who sell stuff that is absolutely genuine. So you need to differentiate between the two, and that comes only with practice. All right, so I'm walking out again. That photography gully, and hmm, I have some old digital cameras, but the camera that I'm buying is a twin lens Yashica analog 120 mm film. And the good part is that the guy who I will buy it from in the future, these cameras, is very difficult to find guys who repair film cameras. So I do have a Zeiss camera that needs to be repaired. And now I've come back out onto the main Chandni Chowk Road. And if I walk along this road, to have a look at these new monstrosities. When I speak about, in my podcast, I spoke about modern structures being interspersed amongst the old structures. So I want you to have a look very carefully. Whoops. All right. I'm going to stop talking again. This road has become more or less a walking street. This shop, Madanji, he's one of the major dealers for Canon, but he's an excellent guy anyway. So let's have a closer look at this building in front. You see this Maharani collection? New structure obnoxious. Now that's an old structure kind of falling down, and that's where I believe that the government needs to, how do I say, restore these old buildings to their old glory. And now let's look at this structure. Here. If you look at this structure here, okay, lots of noise. Look at this structure here. Look at the, if you look carefully, which is difficult for you to do, I know, but if you look carefully, you're going to find that you still see some of the old balconies and the old carvings on the balconies and the old windows. So that's, these are structures that have character, and I believe that they should be restored. And so here, monstrosity, an old structure which is in dire need of repair. Um, and here you have the Indian State Bank, housed in an old colonial or a colonial style building. So in my podcast of yesterday, when I spoke about the old structures interspersed amongst the new structures, this is what I mean. And now I'm going to walk towards the other main road. Um, and right in front, in the haze, through the haze, right in front, through the haze, you see the Red Fort. Okay, I'm going to walk to the end of the road. The Red Fort is massive. Almost nobody will ever understand how massive the Red Fort is. It's really massive, and unfortunately, The British in 1857-58 actually destroyed many of the structures inside. Um, oh, okay. I'm also going to walk towards my favorite chai wala. Now, in the old days, we could enter Red Fort right from here, which is the main entrance, but no longer. Now you have to take the metro to Jama Masjid, and from Jama Masjid, you will walk. And if you're going to Red Fort, your best. Okay, this is a temple. As you can see, the muck on the street, which is really a sad thing. So you find temples and gurudwaras and masjids all living in harmony. Okay, this gate here is new, huh? I see a gate right in front of me, and that is new. I have never seen this barricaded structure before, and I think if I am going to be guessing correctly, the government has put up this structure after the recent bomb blast. Okay, so do you see Red Fort now? Coming closer and closer and closer and closer. Um, I think at another day, I will walk to Red Fort. Not now. A good time to go to Red Fort would be in March, when it's going to be less hazy. Right now, you can't see much because of the polluted air of Delhi. So I will stick my hand through this gate, and now there you see that is Red Fort, and this is only, I don't know, maybe 1/5 of the front wall of Red Fort that you see. And Shah Jahan had called it Kila-e Mubarak, and Mubarak, of course, means thank you or an expression of gratitude. That's what he had called it, the Kila-e Mubarak. Don't even try to cross the road here. It is absolutely insane. So now let's go to my chai store. So the so this is the main road of Chandni Chowk. I'm not doing any photography today. The light sucks, pollution is high, and I just decided to make this Substack live, and I'm going to show you my face again. So once again, that's me, Rajiv Chopra, and these specs which I'm wearing are the specs I use when I go and do photography. I did carry my Fujifilm X-T4 today, but I decided not to use it. I will come back another day and do some photography in the photography gully. So see you for now. Night. Thank you. Oh, the chai stall. Let me zip it around again. So that's my favorite chai stall. Um, as you can see, he's a very popular guy. I'm not sure I'll get a place to sit, but we shall see. Okay. Once again, I'm ending this Substack. So bye bye. Have fun. See you next time. I quite like the idea of Substack Live from the field as the replacement to Notes from the Field. Bye. How do I end this? End.